Welcome back to Decoristique, your go-to channel for vintage, classic, and rustic home decor inspiration. Today, we're diving into a dreamy fusion of rustic charm and vintage glamour, all set against the serene backdrop of a lakeside home. If you've ever wanted to bring luxurious country elegance into your living space, this video is for you. We'll explore 16 unique sections, from cozy rustic textures to elegant vintage finishes, that transform a lakeside retreat into a timeless sanctuary. Whether you're renovating a cabin, decorating your weekend getaway, or simply love the idea of lakeside living, you'll find endless ideas here. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment below with your favorite vintage glam idea. Your support helps us create more inspiring content, and we love hearing from our community of decor enthusiasts. Let's get started. Vintage glam isn't about over-the-top glitz, it's about layering rich textures, antique finds, and elegant finishes in a way that feels warm and inviting. When set in a rustic lakeside environment, it becomes even more magical. Picture weathered wood beams paired with crystal chandeliers, linen slip-covered furniture next to gilded mirrors, and soft candlelight reflecting off aged brass accents. It's a balance of comfort and sophistication. The key is harmony, letting the natural elements of your lakeside surroundings speak while adding refined, vintage touches that elevate the space. This curated blend sets the stage for timeless luxury. One of the foundations of rustic elegance is wood. But instead of raw and rugged, opt for reclaimed pieces with smoother finishes or whitewashed patinas. These still nod to nature but carry a more polished tone. Consider installing wide plank wooden floors with a matte seal, using exposed ceiling beams, or selecting a hand-carved antique armoire as a centerpiece. These create warmth while staying grounded in vintage charm. Pair the wood with soft fabrics, think mohair, velvet, or linen, to offset the sturdiness and introduce subtle luxury. It's all about contrast and cohesion. Antique mirrors are one of the easiest ways to bring vintage glam into your rustic space. Their aged patina and ornate frames add character and amplify natural light in lake homes. Place a gilded mirror above a fireplace, or lean a tall, French-inspired mirror in a hallway to make the space feel grander. Bonus: the reflection of the lake doubles the beauty. Complement mirrors with brass or crystal candle holders, mercury glass vases, and polished silver trays. These reflective accents capture light and add a touch of opulence. Textiles set the emotional tone of a space. For rustic glam, blend rich materials like velvet with relaxed linens. This duo balances formality with comfort, perfect for lakeside lounging. Choose velvet throw pillows, tufted ottomans, or a jewel-toned accent chair to add depth. Then, layer with linen slipcovers or gauzy curtains to keep things airy and relaxed. Stick to a muted palette. Dusty rose, charcoal, ivory, and olive tones work beautifully with natural wood and lake views. Let the textures do the talking. A chandelier instantly elevates a space, even in a rustic cabin. Look for vintage-inspired pieces with aged brass, crystal drops, or wrought iron for a blend of glamour and country appeal. a statement chandelier over the dining table or in the entryway. The key is scale. Ensure it feels grand without overwhelming the natural elements around it. For a softer glow, use warm LED bulbs or candle-style lighting. The goal is to create ambience, not brightness. Lighting is essential in creating that luxurious mood. In a vintage glam lakeside kitchen, think farmhouse base but with elegant upgrades. Aged brass hardware, open wood shelving, and a classic white apron sink work together beautifully. Add in a marble-topped island or vintage bar cart with decanters and glassware. You're creating a space that's both inviting and refined, a kitchen where function meets flair. Don't forget the details. Embroidered tea towels, antique spice jars, and vintage cake stands offer charm and personality. Small touches go a long way. A fireplace is often the heart of a lakeside home. Turn it into a vintage glam focal point with a carved mantel, stacked firewood, and an elegant mirror or portrait above. Use natural stone or whitewashed brick for the surround, then style with brass candlesticks, vintage books, or a few well-placed greenery arrangements. Drape a velvet or wool throw across a nearby chair to create a cozy yet sophisticated reading nook. The fireplace becomes both a visual anchor and a comfort zone. In the bedroom, lean into romantic, nostalgic elements. Start with a tufted headboard, vintage nightstands, and layered bedding in soft textures like cotton, lace, and velvet. Keep the palette soothing. Creams, blushes, and muted blues work well to reflect the peaceful lakeside ambience. Add antique lamps for a warm glow. Finish with a canopy, a floral rug, or a vintage trunk at the foot of the bed. It's all about creating a personal retreat filled with classic charm. Gallery walls tell a story. In a vintage glam home, mix ornate gold frames with black and white portraits, botanical prints, and oil paintings collected over time. Look for mismatched frames and art that evoke history, perhaps heirloom pieces or treasures from local markets. This creates visual depth and a sense of legacy. Curate with intention. Use painter's tape to plan your layout before hanging. And remember, symmetry isn't always necessary, balance is the goal. Patterns add life to a rustic glam space. Think toile, damask, and floral prints mixed with soft plaids or herringbone in muted tones. These layers of visual texture elevate any room. Use patterns sparingly on accent chairs, throw pillows, or curtains. Vintage-inspired wallpaper can also add drama to an entryway or powder room. Make sure patterns don't clash. Choose a few complementing ones in similar color families to maintain harmony. Let the prints echo the past with a modern sensibility. A rustic glam bathroom feels like a private spa retreat. Use a freestanding clawfoot tub, brushed gold faucets, and soft linen curtains to channel elegance. Incorporate reclaimed wood vanities, stone countertops, and vintage mirrors. These create a tactile richness that's both grounded and graceful. Finish with plush white towels, apothecary jars, and a small chandelier or sconce for a refined glow. Even the smallest spaces can feel luxurious. Don't forget the outdoors. A lakeside porch or garden is the perfect place to extend your vintage glam aesthetic. Mix wrought iron furniture with cozy throws and floral cushions. Add lanterns, string lights, and antique planters to create atmosphere. Even a rustic bench becomes elegant with the right accents. Make use of natural surroundings, lake views, garden paths, or wooden decks. Let nature be part of your design story, not just the setting. Accessories are the final brushstrokes. Choose items with soul, a gramophone, a vintage clock, hand-carved figurines, or even an antique globe. These bring warmth and individuality. Display vintage books, pressed flower art, or family heirlooms in curated vignettes. Think fewer, better pieces that tell a story rather than clutter. Layer in seasonal touches, dried lavender in summer, gilded pine cones in winter, to keep the space evolving while staying true to its vintage core. The magic of vintage glam lies in the mix. It's not about living in the past, but honoring it with style. Blend antique furniture with modern comforts like plush seating or smart lighting. Keep text subtle, hide wires, choose retro-inspired speakers, or disguise TVs in vintage cabinets. This helps the aesthetic remain timeless, not disrupted by the present. Ultimately, your lakeside home should feel personal, layered, and lived in. A place where stories dwell in every corner. Thank you so much for joining us today on Decoristique. We hope you feel inspired to bring vintage glam and rustic elegance into your lakeside or countryside retreat. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment below. We love hearing which ideas resonated with you most. Your feedback and engagement mean the world to us. Until next time, stay inspired, stay classic, and keep creating beauty in every corner of your home. See you in the next video.